Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville, and I have a brief thought for you today as we continue with the New Testament challenge. We are on day 47, and today we are starting a new book, James. We're reading James chapter 1 and 3, and we're continuing Acts, reading Acts 19 through 21. The brief thought that I want to share with you today is from James chapter 1, verse 22. In James chapter 1, verse 22, it says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." I love that. Do what it says. I think as we go through the New Testament challenge, one of the difficulties as we are engaging with the New Testament, as we're reading so much, is to make sure that we apply what we are reading. To not just learn just for the sake of learning, that's great, but to apply what we are learning. I listened to a talk recently, and I came across an organization that fascinates me. It's called Infinitum. And Infinitum, you can go to infinitumlife.com, or the Infinitum has a website, and they have a prayer that they suggest that people pray. And I love this prayer as a way of not just hearing the word, but putting it into practice. So what the prayer involves is three things. It involves surrender, it involves generosity, and it involves mission. And there's movements associated with each one. I love that, the movements that are involved with it. For praying a prayer of surrender, you're invited to pray each day a prayer of surrender to God. Instead of our posture being like this, you're ready to fight, surrender is putting our hands up like this. God, I surrender everything I have to you. I give my life to you today. When it comes to generosity, often we live lives like this with our fists clenched. And in generosity, we are invited to open our hands so that we might receive from others, and in turn, we might give. You see, generosity is not just giving. Just giving is controlling others. True generosity is receiving and giving to others. And then finally, the last thing is mission. Helping others, serving others. All too often we go up to others and we have a crossed arm posture. We are inwardly focused. We are self-focused. The last part of a prayer is to open up our arms to like an embrace, like we are getting ready to embrace somebody, and to have that posture in our lives where we are ready to embrace and share God's love with those around it, however they might need it. A prayer of surrender, a prayer of generosity, a prayer of mission, all of those things to be lived out. My hope and my prayer for you today is that you would not just be a hearer of the word, but that you would be a doer of the word. God's grace and peace be with you.